9 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Let's start with approval of the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll move to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Olson, seconded by Commissioner Kleeman to approve the last meeting's minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the approval of the agenda. Al, do you have anything to add?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
Craig? Bob?
I got a couple things, but they're in the budget, so.
Oh, okay, just budget
we'll
discussion.
get 'em with the budget.
Okay, and I don't have anything. So I'd look for a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Heiser, second by Commissioner Pelton to approve the agenda as printed. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we'll go ahead with the public comment period. We'll have a discussion in the meeting about the kind of the guidelines for how we're going to do this. But for now, because the law has passed that all public government entities need to set aside public comment, and as far as the parameters and how that'll go, it's up to each governing body. So I guess I would ask at this time if anyone here has any public comment relating to our agenda or the last meeting's agenda. Anyone? Okay, hearing none, I guess we'll move on with the engineer reports. Get civil science up. Okay. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Just a few brief updates for you guys this week. 92nd Avenue, just working on getting those final easements together. There are just a few to wrap up. Also doing a final review of the utility agreements as we push forward towards a bid opening date and construction on that one. Likely kind of mid-year completion date next year for that project at this point once we get that out to bid. 12th Street Southwest, similarly working on some easements for that project as well as the utility companies. We do anticipate opening bid on that project as well this fall. 16th Street we did complete, or we have had a completed grading design for a while. We did recently redesign the grading area around the cultural site that's on the project that's been giving us some troubles. We did lower our design speed through that area, and we're able to, I think, come up with a good plan to get around that site. We will be resubmitting that permit application with the revised grading impacts to see if that can work out for the state office. Any questions so far? 20th Street, preliminary design has been completed. We're doing some internal plan review right now. Cultural report looks good on this project, so we're working through the permitting on that one as well. I do anticipate that being a project bid here over the next maybe 6 months. 86th Avenue and 9th Street and 98th Avenue, kind of in the same position. We're working through our preliminary designs and reviews, evaluating our impacts for environmental and cultural. We'll begin putting together our permit applications for those projects. The 2026 projects, just about wrapped up with our field survey on 79th. We'll begin our 14th Street project once we submit a contract for approval, which I'll be doing here soon. Environmental and cultural surveys have been completed on site, but Beaver Creek is out this week to do their class 3 with the shovel probes. And we did, although it says design works anticipated to begin, we have already started some design work on 94th Avenue. So any questions?
Questions?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl. James?
Morning.
Morning.
I'd like to start with our construction project. Recon was held on July 2nd. They started major operations on July 21st and have made positive progress despite weather challenges. We are recommending payment of estimate number 1 to Schwartz Construction in the amount of $267,517.78.
Madam Chairman, I move that we pay estimate number 1 in the amount of $267,517.78 for 27th Street to Schwartz Construction.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Heiser to pay estimate number 1 to Schwartz Construction in the amount of $267,517.78. Any discussion? Of roll call vote?
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dolzo?
Yes, the motion carries.
Okay, thank you. 109th County's working on landowners on that one. Everything's been handed off. On 82nd South, we're putting the finishing touches on the new easement documents and the design. And again, we'll put that in the hands of the road department to figure out the easement situation. And on 82nd North, I've been speaking with Superintendent Schwarzenberger on this one. We're going to revisit the landowner stuff and put the finishing touches on that design as well. Any questions on that stuff?
Questions?
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, James. Jeremy?
Good morning. Got
Good
a
morning.
couple pay estimates and a couple of updates for you. Started with 119th and 22nd over north of South Hart. That project is expected to begin maybe even next week. We got everything staked according with utilities, but it sounds like next week they'll start doing some on-site work. 105th Avenue. We do have pay estimate number 6. The amount is $18,249.74, which we are recommending payment to Bronco Brothers for that project.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to pay estimate number 5 of $18,249.74.
Is that pay estimate number 6?
6, excuse me.
Okay. Okay, there was a motion by Commissioner Heiser, second by Commissioner Kleeman, to pay estimate number 6 to Barranco Brothers in the amount of $18,249.74. Any discussion? Not roll call?
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman? Commissioner Dolzo?
Yes, the motion carries.
Another project is the Dunn Center area paving, 98th Avenue Southwest and 4th Street Southwest. Construction is expected in late August. We are trying to coordinate a pre-construction meeting for next week. That is a little bit undetermined, but sometime middle of the week next week is what we're kind of shooting for on that project. 97th Avenue, kind of southeast of Dunn Center. That project's progressing pretty well. We do have pay estimate number 4. The amount is $986,017.34, which we are recommending payment to Jensen Brothers Construction for that project.
Madam Chairman, I move that we pay estimate number 4 on 97th Avenue in the amount of $986,017.34 to Jensen Brothers.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Heiser to pay estimate number 4 to Jensen Brothers in the amount of $986.17.34. Any further discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, the motion carries.
Next project, Pinewood Meadows, the subdivision by New Raddick. Nothing new to report on that one. They're still looking at sometime in September for a starting date for that project. Last active construction project we have is the 10th Street, 113th Avenue, and 7th Street. That was bid at the last meeting. Bronco Brothers was awarded the project. We had a utility meeting yesterday with several of the utilities, try to chart out a path so they can relocate their facilities. I think it went pretty well. No real surprises as far as utilities that were installed without our knowledge, so that went fairly well. They're looking, Bronco Brothers are looking at starting late August with the pipe installations. Grading operations would be later, but right now it's probably 3 weeks out before that project gets kicked off in the field. Design projects we're working on, the 3T west of Killdeer, that is going to be bid at 10 o'clock today. Other projects, 114th and 104th, we're looking at hopefully a fall bid opening for next year's construction. Inactive design projects, same as always, whether it's a SHPO issue or an easement issue, we're not spending any more time or any of your money on those projects. Miscellaneous, the flex funding, we talked about that a little bit before. We'll work with road superintendent and his staff to get probably, hopefully 3 or 4 applications in. The way I understand it, the county is eligible for only bridge replacements, not any roadway improvements necessarily, but they're concentrating on bridges since you're a oil producing county. So we'll get those sent in. I think the deadline is late next week. So between this week and early next week, we'll finish those applications up with Terry. I think that was it. Any questions I can try to answer?
Guess not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yep.
Right. Any other engineer reports? Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, Commissioners. Andrew Schrank with Highlands Engineering. Just 2 quick projects to update you on. First of all, 14th Street Southwest, just southwest of Manning here. The contractor is working on seeding and erosion control items this week. They were hoping to start that a little sooner, but got pushed back with a lot of the rain that we've had here. So working on getting that road finalized. I do have pay estimate number 5 for you in the amount of $77,353.02 to Edward H. Schwartz Construction, and we would recommend approval of that application.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve pay estimate number 5 for $77,353.02.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Heiser, seconded by Commissioner Pelton to approve pay estimate number 5 to Schwartz Construction in the amount of $77,353.02. Any discussion? We'll have roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. And then just a quick update on our design project, 15th Street Southwest and 118th Avenue. Our aquatic resources delineation came back. We did have some wetlands on the west side of that project. So we're still figuring out what those impacts will be. And then they're also working on the cultural resource survey on that project as well, and should be seeing those results back hopefully in the next week or so. And otherwise, we're kind of holding off on design getting too far into design until we know what the impacts are for those, so we don't waste too much money here up front. So with that, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to address those as well.
Questions? No? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Terry?
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Terry.
I guess today, that goes along with one of Jeremy's projects. I do have a utility agreement from Mackenzie Electric. It's for the 10th Street, 113th and 7th Street project up there. So the amount to move the utility lines up there would be $629,250. So I guess I'll leave that here, and if you want to make a motion to approve the utility agreement and the amount of that.
Is that part of the bid price?
No,
No.
No.
Oh,
that's county share for moving utilities.
We'll probably have a pipeline or something left in there too.
yeah. Guess is the board's wishes.
I'll make a motion to have the Madam Chair sign the utility agreement.
For $629,250.
There's a second.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Heiser, seconded by Commissioner Pelton to approve the utility agreement with Mackenzie Electric. Any further discussion?
How long of a road project is this one?
I think it's
7 miles?
7 miles.
And it's got more pipelines and stuff on it than.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, we'll have roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
yes.
Commissioner Olson? Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, motion carries. Okay, thanks, Terry.
And then for permits, first permit is from Kevin Skachenko. It's for underground water line crossing the road on 119th Avenue. That one should be good to go. And then we got one from Roughrider Electric on 12th Street. That's for an underground electrical crossing.
Okay.
And then for Murphin Drilling on 26th Street, they have it's actually 3 crossing permits, but they're all together. It'll be for a gas line, oil line, and then a production water line.
Who was that one from?
Murphin Drilling.
Oh, okay.
It's on 26th Street, just east of the South Hart Road, a mile. And then we also have one from Chad Eustis, and that'll be on 27th Street Southwest, and he's already been in contact with James, because there's a current road project going on in there, so. We would recommend approval for all of the utility permits.
Okay.
Madam Chairman, I move to approve the utility permits as presented.
Second,
Motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Heiser to approve the utility permits as presented. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
And then Brady with Bros Engineering is working on getting a joint powers agreement set up with Mackenzie County for the Mackenzie Bay Road project.
Oh,
And I think next meeting, he should have all that information together and probably be presenting it. Because
okay.
he'll use Dunn County as the primary for the billing.
Okay. Is that who Doug Nelson, that they had started with Rose?
Yes,
Is that
that's
right?
correct,
Yeah,
yep.
that's what I thought.
I had discussions with them too, and they wanted Dunn to be the lead, so, and I think they've done a lot of the legwork, so. Be for next year's project.
Makes sense.
And then the other thing I'd like to bring up is I don't know if there'd be any interest in having the road days open house at the road department again.
Madam Chairman, I move that we go ahead and have the road days report, open house again.
Second,
Okay, There's a motion and a second. Any discussion?
You have a
I
date?
guess, what
Date set up for
date
that?
are you thinking, or?
Well, it'd probably be fairly soon because we usually like to try and have it before school starts. So it'd probably be August 14th.
That's just a week away.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, my thinking is I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We've done it in the past, but, I mean, we just had the July 3rd, or July 4th, or fair, not the July 4th, but the Dunn County Fair meal. You know, for 600 people attended that, and that cost, you know, a very good investment, but it cost over $10,000 to do that, so, you know, I don't know. My thinking is I just soon we hold off another year. I know they're two separate things. But
Madam Chairman, what does that usually cost, Terry, roughly?
Probably roughly around $1,000 for the meal.
Kind of a different group of people, isn't it? Usually come to that.
Well, and then we got our changes up there this year too. I mean, it's good for people to come up and meet the new guys and see what's going on.
are things really busy now with the road department? I mean, because that would take some time to prepare.
Yep, it takes away time from the guys, yeah. And yeah, it is our busy time of year.
No, it's been a nice event in the past. My thinking though is, I mean, as far as my personal opinion, I just soon we hold off a year. But there's a motion on the table. Any further discussion? Okay, we'll have a roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser,
Yes.
Commissioner Olson,
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman, Commissioner Dolzall.
No. Motion carries. Anything else, Terry?
I think that's all for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's 9:21. We take care of some of these, the JPA, City of Kildare and the county shooting range. Dave, do you have
Okay.
update for us?
It got emailed out to you guys. Did you take a look at it?
Yep.
So I think the City of Kildare approved it on their end. The only thing that I seen in there, they had roads kind of grouped into it. I didn't know if we wanted to put the roads as part of that, or if a road would be a separate scope of work. If we wanted to do that at a different time, you know? That was my only concern that I seen when I was reading through it. Did you guys see anything when you read through it?
I read it when you sent it out.
Is it in here?
The city didn't make any changes to this.
The city didn't make any changes on their end, though. Did you have it in here somewhere? Or just that one?
What kind of road is going into it now, Dave?
Well, I mean, there's just regular driveway, and then I don't know if it's city, must be a city road that goes around that development there, but it's gravel road, so it's blacktop past the county shop where it turns north, you know, and then it'd just be gravel road, runs around that north loop there. And I'm not opposed to improving the road, but I just thought that that would be a separate scope of work project from the shooting range complex, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
So we just need a motion to approve the.
The joint powers, yeah.
So would it be that, I mean, it would be a separate scope of work, but at the same time, would it be a kind of a part of the project? I mean, we would share that cost? I mean, do you see that?
Well, we sure can, but the road doesn't have to be part of this project,
Okay.
is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I mean, the road's plumb fine going around there, it's just a normal gravel access road, or I mean, it's a gravel road going around there.
Would you be in favor of a motion to approve the joint powers agreement, striking the access and road costs?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep,
Is that a motion?
that's a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Olson, second by Commissioner Heiser, to approve the joint powers agreement with the city of Killdeer for the Dunn County, or the shooting and trap range to be named.
Yeah, we've got that Facebook post
Yeah,
out there trying
yeah,
to get name ideas out right now, so.
So, okay, any more discussion? All in favor? And that's to strike the access out of this agreement.
Take the road
Okay,
part
okay.
off of it.
Okay. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. Thanks, Dave, for all the work on that. Okay, county auction approval.
Okay, so after talking to the sheriff's department, road department, the weed department, and buildings and grounds, looks like we have quite a bit of stuff to have an auction. We have a lot of equipment. We have some vehicles and some other miscellaneous items. So I just wanted to get approval to set up an auction, county auction. If it's okay with Terry, I'd like to do it at the road department. And I do need permission to hire an auctioneer. And we have to post it in the paper for 2 weeks prior to the auction. So I don't know, everybody said probably September. Terry, would that be better for you guys? Okay, so if I could just get approval to do that, I'll get with Terry on a good day and time. And then if I could just get approval to hire an auctioneer and move forward.
So are we thinking the Killdeer Road Shop or here in Manning?
Killdeer Road
okay.
Shop.
I'd move to go ahead and set up the date and time for the auction and hire the auctioneer.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Olson to set up a auction for the late September timeframe. Any more discussion?
I think it's a great idea, housekeeping, keep that stuff from cluttering up,
Yeah.
otherwise got to build a house just to keep them in. So, good idea.
Madam Chairman, Terry, are you thinking about a Friday or Saturday? No? Well, I was just wondering because either one of those days wouldn't be messing with our employees. So, just,
Yeah,
I think a Saturday auction is always better for the public that can get off of work and, you know, I mean, I would sure volunteer to help if we need some help for the auction.
okay. As far as the auctioneer,
Sally can find that.
yeah. Just see. Okay, sounds good. Right, so there's a motion on the table to hold a county auction in late September. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. Okay, good. Okay, Sandy, I see you walked in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, County Commissioners. Each year, Western Planner is our regional planning association. I currently hold a seat on that board, and I will be moving up to Treasury probably by the end of the week. We have some issues, but we are holding our annual conference in Bend, Oregon this year, so I'm requesting, I do have it budgeted to attend the conference and the board meeting in Bend, Oregon, October 14th through the 18th.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve the out-of-state travel for Sandy to attend the conference.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Heiser, seconded by Commissioner Pelton to allow Sandy, Planning and Zoning, out-of-state to approve out-of-state travel to attend the Western Planners Conference. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Okay, and then I'd just like to update you, I did talk to Commissioner Olson about this. Recently, Allo Towers came in and requested an easement, and they wanted to put a tower out on the public service parcel that we just were doing. They did contact me. They said since it was a delay, they want to get the tower built this year, and they aren't going to be able to on that site, so they did find another site. So I don't believe at this time we'll be doing that lease with Allo Towers. I just wanted to update you on that.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
thanks. Updated commission budget, is that something now, or do we want
We
to
can
talk?
do that, yeah, with the rest of the budget.
Okay,
Tracy.
sounds good. So we've tabled the Dunn County Historical Society, and that'll be their request at the September 3rd meeting, so there's no action today. Why don't we look at the vouchers while we have a minute. Sarah had sent the bills out to us. I believe it was yesterday.
I do have one question here on Schwartz Construction. I always thought we approved them through the engineer's report for $359,511. I'm wondering, what's that? Like I said, normally they come through the engineer's report. Now it shows up here, so I'm just kind of wondering what that's
It
for.
might be that one, because we also put them on the list of bills.
Well, probably between 14th and 27th added together.
The one for Schwartz should be the pay estimate for 14th and 27th, and then there was excess culverts for 14,000 that we. had in
Okay.
there.
The two, okay. It just got road project, so I'm just curious what it is.
Yep, so it includes the two pay estimates we
Okay.
approved already.
All right. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, I move to approve the bills as presented.
Second.
Okay. A motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Olson to approve the list of bills as presented. Any other discussion? Okay, we'll have roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, motion carries. Sally, financial report?
Alrighty, so our July payment for the gross production tax was $2,526,878. That brings us to 57% of our budgeted amount. So we're just a couple percent under. I'm hoping maybe in September and October, those payments are usually bigger. So we should catch up a little bit there. So we should be still right on point for our budgeted amount. And then the July bank balances, our DDM account and our money market account are doing very well with interest rates. We have our, let's see, Bravera, we have 14, almost 15 million in our money market. We started at 10 million and we're already up to 563,000 in interest, so that's good. And our DDM account, we are approximately $4 million now on our interest, so that is a very good account working well for us. And we also still have 50 million in CDs, so total of 120 million at the end of July, after all the payments and everything. So we're doing pretty well. If anybody has any questions, just let me know.
Thanks, Sally. Any questions? Why don't we take about a 15-minute break? And we'll have our bid opening at 10 o'clock. I'll call the meeting back to order since we're all here. Something I meant to bring up during, when the public comment was on. Yesterday, Loanne had sent out some guidelines for the public comment time on our agenda. So just wondering if anyone had any questions on the guidelines. We have it set up to be the first non-procedural agenda item. When someone wants to provide public comment, they submit a speaker card before the meeting that includes name and address and the agenda item from the current meeting agenda or the previous meeting agenda that the individual is addressing. There'll be a 15-minute period for public comment total. Each speaker is allowed 3 minutes. And let's see what else really pertinent to the address on the agenda has to be identified on the card and be pertinent to Dunn County and directed to the board as a whole. Comments cannot be defamatory, abusive, harassing, or unlawful, and can't include information that's exempt or confidential, and cannot interfere with the orderly conduct of the meeting. Individuals cannot yield their time to another individual. If you're not able to speak in person, you may submit written comment to the county auditor prior to the meeting. And that's pretty much it, just kind of an overview. And Loanne reached out to other counties to kind of put some of this together on what other counties are doing. So as you know, the state law put into, the legislature put into effect a law that every governing body or entity in the state of North Dakota must allow a public comment period. So, and along with this, kind of like we've always done, anyone can call the auditor and get on the agenda to talk as well, so.
Did she put this on the website or not yet?
Not yet, no. She sent it out, email to each of us. And if, just wanted to bring that up, and we can either approve it today, or if you want to take a little more time, and we can have it on the agenda next meeting as well for the guidelines. But I just wanted to highlight that. Loanne had put that together. So if you wish, we can just have that added to the next meeting's agenda.
Or we could just approve this.
Or you can approve it today.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, whatever your wishes.
I'll move to approve the Dunn County public comment guideline as presented.
Okay. There's a motion to approve the public comment guidelines.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Heiser, or Commissioner Olson, second by Commissioner Heiser, to approve the public comment guidelines. Any other discussion? Okay. If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And thanks, Loanne, for gathering all that up. Appreciate it. Okay, we got a couple minutes yet for before our bid opening.
You can open them, you want to cut?
Whatever, you can dig them out.
I'll dig them out, you cut.
Better wait till our
Places, everyone.
2 minutes.
The suspense is building.
2 minutes.
Big dog.
Oh, jeez.
Troublemakers.
Your bosom.
I would agree.
1 minute.
I seen them in Kilder
Yep.
yesterday. Wagner?
It's 10 o'clock, so we'll start with the bid opening on the 3T Street project.
Okay, our first bid this morning is from Wind Construction. Total bid, all items, $1,580,584.97. $1,580,584.97. Bid bond. Our next bid is from Wagner Construction Incorporated. Total of all bid items, $1,861,829.00. $1,861,829.00. Your next bid is from Knife River Corporation. Total of all bid items, $2,073,428.50. $2,073,482.50. And that's it for the bids.
Okay. I'd like to thank the bidders on this project. Jeremy will review the bids and report back to us. Okay, Dunn County Roundup.
Good morning.
Morning, Chris.
Morning.
Hi. I believe the application was put into your guys' folders today. This came up to us. We were approached on buying the property behind the Dunn County Roundup. And we were looking at doing a county garden. Anybody that will make spots. And we will they can have their garden spot to grow their produce or anything. The owner of the land gave us a price of $40,000. He said he would sell it to us for $30,000 and a letter of a donation for $10,000. And the city of Kildare has already committed of giving us 10,000. Any questions?
So your request is for 10,000 from the county?
10,000, and then we'll find funding for the other 10,000. And one thing with this, the reason why we're looking at this property is with MDU, where they have to run the gas line, we would have to pay for boring, and if we own the land behind it, they could just bore on that land and it would be minimal cost.
You guys,
I'll move to approve the grant application, the amount of $10,000 to the Dunn County Roundup, for the community garden area.
okay. There's a motion to approve the $10,000 grant from Commissioner Olson,
A second.
second by Commissioner Heiser. Any further discussion? If not, roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman? Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
Check with MSU. They've got programs for them, for gardens and stuff like that.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
See you. Okay. Yeah, the preliminary budget is set for 10:15. In case anyone is planning on being here at that time, we should wait until, I don't think Rebecca's here either yet, so. So we'll recess for 10 minutes. We'll talk budget. Okay.
What's the difference in the commission budget, the preliminary budget? Okay.
Because the commission budget is your guys' after like for travel and stuff.
Oh.
But remember, I went back and the 3%. So, yep, some of it'll go up.
Okay. So we'll reconvene at 10:15. So it's 10:15. Okay, we'll reconvene our meeting, and the preliminary budget is on the agenda.
All right, so for the preliminary 2026 budget, just so you guys know how we come up with the numbers, we take the actual numbers from 2024, both revenue and expenditures, and then we take our estimated budget from 2025 and what we've got so far this year to come up with the 2026 numbers, plus accounting for any increases in fees, inflation, perhaps there's some decreases as well. So that's how we come up with these numbers. For the general fund budget for revenue, GPT dollars, it's a little bit hard to tell right now because oil's going up and down. So this year I estimated that we'd get 38 million, and I think we're right on target for that. But next year, I'm just kind of, with all the new tariffs and things that are going on politically, I'm not sure we'll get that much. So I kind of underestimated that one at 32 million instead of 38. So we're a little bit under in our revenue. For the general fund expenditures, there is a few changes, just so you guys know. On the custodian budget, it didn't add up quite right, so it'll be 25 instead of 11,000, it'll be 25,000, so that'll be a change. 25.5, okay. And then on the commissioner budget, we added merit to the wages, so that'll go from 38,402 to 4706. And those are the only two changes I have in the department budgets. But overall, in the general fund budget, last year we were at 11,394,000, and this year we'll be at 9,479,000 roughly. So we've went down in our general fund budget quite a bit. Moving on to the unorganized roads, we don't have that account anymore. All of that money was moved into the road and bridge fund.
So Sally, before you go on, what would you, the almost 2 million less in expenditures for general fund, what was the main?
A lot of that was in the non-departmental. Remember last year we had a lot in programming and software, so that went down quite a bit. Let's see, we had. Trying to look here.
So 60,000 in.
Yep, 60,000 there. And also the social services indirect cost and direct costs, those they have changed. So most of that is billed directly to social services and not the county anymore. Let's see, we went down in some of the department budgets, the 911 coordinator. We went down, JDA, we went down a little bit. I believe, just kind of look in here.
Expenses.
Yeah, it's went down.
We'll have to look at that a little bit closer. But.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys just take a look at this and And then I think we also, let's see here, we went up a little bit in the transfers, so we transferred more to the weed department this year. And then road and bridge, if you guys want to look at, still look at the road departments, road projects, I think that still needs a little bit of work because right now the total road budget is at 75 million. So we kind of have to work on some of those road projects and get those down a little bit further.
So Sally, that's probably some of this anticipated spending this year and what we're gonna spend next year. We probably don't have a good handle on what's gonna get done this year yet.
Right, exactly. That will probably, you are absolutely right, Al. That'll probably change quite a bit.
Okay, thank you.
And then when we get to the senior citizens, that budget is all totally refunded by the state. So that one is for like the West River Transit, elder care, the rent for the meals, things like that. So that'll be $39,700 this year, but we'll get refunded that from the state. Then the correctional center, they're pretty close to last year. They haven't really went up or anything. I do have to give them some state aid money. Roughly this year in state aid, I think we're going to get about 800,000. So that's good. That's more than in the past. And what we do with that money is we transfer it to other funds to help kind of boost them up a little bit because we don't need as much in the general fund. And normally we end up transferring out of there anyways. So it's better just to give them some of that state aid money. And the more that we can give to them, the less they'll have to levy on taxes as well. The park board, as you know, they went up a little bit this year. They actually submitted a budget. So if you guys had questions on that, you could adjust it, and we could make changes on this overall budget. Emergency fund stayed the same. Veterans, they've only went up like 3,000. County agent, again, they didn't go up that much. I think they went from 187.6 to 199. The weed department, there was some changes in there. We lost Diane this year. She retired, so their wages went down quite a bit. And I know you'll see a negative on this budget, but after we do after we put in the mills for taxes, that one will be above. And then the county airport, we always give them 200,000 out of the state aid. They can levy for 4 mills, but they only levy for 2 mills, and we give them the amount of money out of state aid for the other 2, so it keeps taxes lower. Emergency manager, same with Sarah. We usually give her some money too to keep her down. And a lot of these two, you guys, they turned in those department budgets. So if you have any questions or anything about it, then as far as the capital projects fund, that's really up to you guys, what you want to do with that. As far as what we'll get in revenue from them, I'm expecting 10 million next year in the federal mineral royalties. After they have overpaid us, I kind of estimated and projected, and I think we'll still get about 10 million from them next year. So that's the one that we can use for projects. We do have money allocated out of that for the courthouse remodel and the PSC building already. But if you guys, that's for you guys to discuss, if you want to still do the school bond relief, how much you want to do. Usually the Sunrise Youth Bureau Domestic Violence, we give them 1/3 of a mil. We have the Killdeer Area Ambulance on here. Non-departmental budget or projects, I don't know if you guys want to leave that, or, you know, that's just for like odds and end projects or maybe some repairs that we might have. The sheriff's vehicles, that comes over from the sheriff's budget. So that's all of the vehicles that he needs, that 563, but, and I think we're good on all of the other county vehicles. We've purchased, I think, everything we need, so we could remove that 75,000 if you want. All of that's up to you guys. You just let me know and I can make the changes for you. And then one thing I didn't talk about, but that Young Farmers Grant, I did not put that into, and that is another part of the difference in the general fund. We take that out of the GPP dollars. That's roughly 470,000. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to put that back in there. What are your thoughts on that?
So Sally or Dave, the water resource amount of 750,000, what would that spending be for?
That goes to soil conservation, I think, for their projects.
Okay,
They're working with them for their projects.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And we gave them 700,000 already, or that's, I mean, it's
That's
been
this year.
allocated, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
As part of the buildings and stuff go, do you got the new shooting complex figured in here somewhere? Okay, that in there anyway. I mean, a lot of that should come out of this year, but there'll be still continuing cost, maintenance cost, whatever for next year, so. We approved up to 900. Yeah, and I think we're supposed to be closing on that conical building here 22nd, 23rd, something like that, so that's coming up.
So the new building, Sally, will probably come out of the, there'll be probably no expenditures this year, maybe some other than,
Yeah, we have just a few like design, architect ones, but then a lot of it will come out of 26 and 27.
So the 10 million under 2025, I mean, we should end up with that at the, so it's not going to be a cost. I mean, maybe 500,000 or a million. So instead of 19 million ending the year, we'll be closer to 29 million, which makes a big difference in our ending balance, so.
How about the weed building needs addition? Is that figured in?
Didn't know about that.
No.
Oh, we mentioned it here
Yeah,
before.
we have mentioned it, but
Mhm.
but I can add it. Do you want me to add that
I suppose we should be.
projected? Okay.
Do you got a ballpark how big of a addition they want to put on there?
Oh, there are 2 bays.
That's too big, how big is that for square footage?
It was about 50 feet.
3,000 square feet? Too much? 40 by 80?
Probably won't be quite that.
Not that big?
40 by 70 or
40 by 70,
2,800 square feet.
2,800?
So it's just the bays, not any,
Be about $1 million.
No.
no,
Okay.
it's all
Okay, so maybe
One,
1.2 just in
one
case.
story, 2 chemical.
Okay, I'll add that,
How much?
1.2 roughly. That's with
That's
some
gonna get everything. in there.
contingencies and.
Okay,
I know in the county park, there've been some discussions about like an event building, but I don't know, we're not anywhere near anything yet, so I don't, a lot of conversations have got to happen, so.
Well, Sally, where do you feel comfortable at on this thing?
On the capital funds,
Well, on the whole budget.
on the whole budget, I think we're gonna be all right this year. I think we're gonna, or next year in 26, I think we're gonna be okay. We still have a lot, we're still sitting at 120 million. And like Tracy said and Al said, we're not gonna do a lot on the building this year. So we're gonna have some of that left over. Road projects, we'll probably have a lot of that left over because we're just not finishing them.
A lot of them ain't gonna
Yeah.
be scheduled to finish till
Yeah,
next year.
till next year, so I think we're gonna be just fine. Yeah,
What's your guys' thoughts on, Will came with the park board stuff and asked for them to have a budget this year.
what was that?
On the park board,
Mhm.
he asked to have his own funds allocated that they could kind of use at their discretion. I guess my personal opinion, I like them to come to us with the projects they want to do, and then we approve the projects on a per project
Yeah.
basis, but.
I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, I think so.
you
It's
wanna do
kinda-
it that way.
Yeah,
It's a new, I mean, it's a new thing. They're talking picnic tables and building down at,
The pavilions,
yeah.
just some little,
Yeah, and we did approve that
Shelters.
pavilion this year for him to build, but then for next year, he put 50,000 in the budget that's just theirs that they can use at their discretion as the park board's discretion, and I guess for me, I'd rather keep it to where they come to us with the project they want to do, and then we get to approve the project.
and I can remove that if you guys want me to, out of theirs.
I don't think it's a big issue if they come up with a project to bring it to the board where the board will, at least have
yeah,
a better
I
idea.
would
Yeah.
leave I'd
Leave the
leave it in
funds.
there so that it's budgeted, but it would be best if it
Have
was
approval.
brought to us. Do you,
Is that how it works, I guess? The other issue I had, I guess, on the state's attorney's end, we talked about all the elected officials were gonna get a COLA raise plus the average of the department heads raise, and she had budgeted quite a bit more than what that percentage would be. So I think her salary range should be in line with everybody else's, I guess. And then same with the assistant state's attorney, he went from 72 to 96,000 for 2 days a week. I guess I think we should probably keep him down at the wage that he's at now if he's gonna stay part-time.
I guess I'd like to know exactly how many days and how many hours he puts in.
Yeah, they're saying he's here 2 days a week and on the phone, so whatever that counts as. I think all of us are on the phone all the time too, so we're all under that same jurisdiction, right? We're always answering phone calls, so.
so, the assistant isn't an employee, it's a contract.
Yep. Yeah, and all we got control of is the budget. that we're gonna allocate, right? I guess I'd like to continue allocating the current amount for them.
Any other questions on our preliminary budget?
Once we make the changes to on the preliminary budget, I will post it on the auditor's page so that it's out there for everybody, citizens to, and residents to look at.
So, once the preliminary budget is approved, the total amount of our budget cannot be increased, we can decrease it and/or, transfer, money from general fund or one department to another. I mean, as long as we don't go over the total. So,
Is there a deadline that we need to approve it by, the preliminary?
It's got to be approved by today because August 10th is the deadline for the preliminary approvals, and then we'll have our final budget hearing. I believe it's October 1st. It's the first Wednesday, because that can't be after October 10th. So you'll have between now and then you can move things, like Tracy said, around between budgets. You just can't go up from here. We can go down or we can make amendments.
okay. Any other questions of Sally on the preliminary budget or comments?
Sally, you said next month we'll look at the wage thing instead of now.
Yeah, I'd like to wait for Desi to come back and get with her, but I can get with her when she comes back on Monday and talk to her and get it on next, one of the next two agendas. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I move to approve the preliminary budget as with the changes made.
There's a second.
So it's with amendments,
With the changes that we
with the
made.
changes we just went through. Okay, I'll second that.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Olson to approve the preliminary budget with the changes that were made. And Sally, you have those? Okay. Any more discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser,
Yes.
Commissioner Olson,
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman, Commissioner Dolzall.
Yes, the motion carries. Thank you, Sally. Work on that. Okay, Rebecca? You're on behalf of the city of Halliday.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Mhm.
The commissioners here with me too.
Hi.
I'm Jamie from here, from Halliday.
Hi.
Here with Rebecca to go over.
Okay, you want to use the microphone so the online people can
Oh,
hear as
sorry.
well? No, that's fine.
My name is Jamie Cronier. I'm out of Halliday, live in Halliday, and I'm here with Rebecca to go over what we have asked for our grant.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I did do a presentation, so we'll just walk through that. We're here to present for the Wolverine Den outdoor improvements, and we've applied for this grant under the Public Service and Community Infrastructure Grant. Maybe for some of you, you know, others, the city had purchased the school that was there, so it wouldn't go to disuse, and beginning to convert it into a community center. They've done almost $2 million of improvements internally to that building. And this grant is looking at doing improvements to playground and other things outside to really make it a community hub. And from that community hub, really build out the community and begin to get people interested in being there and developing. I see it as an economic development tool for the city to bring interest there, have people stop. When we, just so you know, on the internal side right now, we have a food pantry there, we have a gym services, we have a workout rooms, commercial kitchen, a library, and then some offices. And soon we think we'll have hopefully a movie theater and other uses as well, like a little coffee shop, I would call it. So we're going to see some improvements as that goes along. So it's really nice to have a place for people to gather. And so that's what this is about. We've requested $2 million for this outdoor improvements. And we request that. I really wanted to talk a little bit about, hang on, can we go to the next page, please? Sorry. One other grant that we did get out there, and I'll show you where it is when we bring up the site plan, is the forestry grant too. We have a lot of trees out there that have dying, And so we have a grant that's going to thin out that dying area, and then we replant more trees on the site to really give it a good view. So I'll get to that in a minute, but I just wanted to add that grant in there. As I mentioned, the space is to serve for a community hub, and it's important to have those outside. Phase 1, which what we're talking about, is going to add a pavilion with restrooms, a multi-use trail, renovate the tennis courts, pickleball courts, the basketball court, playground, and then with the trail, we have retaining wall, and then, of course, irrigation, some grading, a bunch of work like that to get everything prepared. The next phase is going to be like a splash pad, a renovation of the baseball field, an ice skating rink, which will be more of a natural setting, and then renovation of the disc golf course so that it can be used with the improvements we're talking about here. So that is how we're proceeding through. You know, when we look at a project like this for Halliday, it really will enhance quality of life. I think people are trying to use these courts, trying to use the fields, trying to do stuff, and they're just not up to snuff right now, and they really need to be. And so we want to promote health and recreation and attract visitors to Halliday and have other people come and utilize those things and be part of the community. So we're looking at that as well. If we switch to the next page, it gives you an overview. And I think in your packets, which I distributed, this came through. And you can see on the left-hand side, that white area where there's trees all around it. That area exists right now. We're going to thin that out. And then when talking to the North Dakota Forestry, we're going to distribute new trees across the property and really enhance that. You can see where the pickleball tennis courts are up in the upper part in the middle. The basketball court sits right next to it. The pavilion will be in the center of that blue area, just describing it that way so you can see where that pavilion is. And then the walk is anywhere you see walking area on there. We've talked to people in the community, and there's really a lot of interest in being able to walk outside whenever possible and do that. So it's taking an existing facility and really trying to upgrade it into something that the community will use. So we're looking, you know, we have done a lot of renovations, again, inside. A lot of those are finished. There's a few more proceeding. What we'd like to do is try to work on this first phase in 25 and build it in 26 so that that's ready to go by end of summer of next year. And then we're looking at phase 2 being in 26 and 27. And so we think that that's a reasonable timeline. It will help the city get things done and moving the way they want to. And they're looking at trying to add more people utilizing the facility out there. Partnerships, you know, we've talked to the residents. We've collaborated, of course, with our park board, the school committee, and we're seeking support from you all. And then we've had funding from the North Dakota Commerce for studying the internal workings and what we need in terms of zoning. And then, of course, the forestry grant, which I mentioned. So we're looking at a lot of different ways to fund this particular project and look forward to it. We think it's really going to help us. And again, we've asked for $2 million of that for phase 1. And the total project cost is about $2.56 million. With that, I'm going to ask Jamie if you have anything you'd like to add to what I've said.
I know when we started this project, it's been chaos. It's been a lot. I know with me being a resident of Halliday, I know when the school, you know, no longer became a school, it was very sad to watch it no longer be a school. And I pushed our board to buy the school because I didn't want to see it just go to waste and plummet. A lot of people, you know, graduated from there and they have a lot of good memories there. So I pushed our commission board to please don't let it just dissolve and plummet to the ground, just because of the memories that people have had there. And I thought that it would be a good idea to give back to the community and bring something better to the table, meaning Halliday when I say that, because there is a lot of new families that have moved to town, and there is more children. And I think it'll just give them a good place to have fun and be kids and stay off of tablets and stay out of TVs and know what it is like to actually, be a kid instead of being in front of computers and things like that. I know me being a mother, I don't like my kids being in tablets and things like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very nervous right now and I don't know why, but I am. So, yeah, it would be very great if you guys could help us, make this happen in Halliday. I think it'd be really nice for the kids, and it would just give them something to do during the summer. And yeah.
So just
Do you have any questions for us? We're
a
ready.
question. Has the city of Halliday, have you, I know the work that's gone into it so far, but are you able to put any money towards this project as a city?
I would say yes. Me speaking as one of the commissioners, I know that I would vote for us to put money towards it. And I would agree that, or I would say that some other commissioners would agree to put money towards it as well too, just because we have already put so much money into the school. So I would say yes.
Just a question. Is Kai's Catering working out of the kitchen now at the school?
She is.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions right now?
I think it's a great project. One thing we got to do is make sure in our county that our small communities thrive. And I think it's close enough to Dunn Center, and, people just say in the wintertime, let's go over to Elliott. It's not that far away, so I think it's great. I know I'm new on the commission here, but don't really know a lot of the past history, but I think the county has helped out Dunn Center on street projects and water and sewer projects, and I kind of, briefly visited with Si a little bit, and Halliday's never really come to the county, so I think, my opinion, I think it's a great opportunity to help that community, thrive and keep moving on, because, kids are our future, so we got to have a place. If we have a place for them to hang out, maybe they'll want to stay here and come to work for the county someday. So our workforce is very important, so maybe that'll help retain them. So that's just my comment.
Well, I agree with what Commissioner Heiser said. I think we can and should support this. I would just suggest that, I'd be willing to talk to Michelle, the city auditor, and just kind of see what funds the city has available, and we can, discuss next meeting on the exact, amount that we'd be willing to help with. Would that be?
Well, the city's up, excuse me, the city's already put how much money into the building, plus buying the
500,000.
building. on
About
top of it.
3 million so far.
You got over 3 million invested into the
And there's
project
more
already.
coming, so I would suggest that
Yeah.
it's going to go up from there, not
Not
stay
down.
steady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's it. I mean, the city's already proven that they're invested in this project, so
Yeah.
they've already started it. I guess I'd make the motion to approve the grant request in the amount of $2 million to the city of Halliday for the Wolverine Den outdoor improvements.
Okay. There's a motion on the table to approve the grant request of $2 million. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, so motion by Commissioner Olson, seconded by Commissioner Heiser to approve the $2 million grant request for the Wolverine Den in Halliday. Any more discussion? Okay, we'll do roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman?
Yeah.
Commissioner Dolzall?
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Excited to see the finished product.
We'll send you an invitation.
There you go.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, we're running a few minutes behind. At this time, Attorney Lawrence King is here representing the North Dakota Insurance Reserve Fund on the Vice matter. So I would entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss.
I'll move to enter executive session. I'll move to enter executive
Jeremy's
session.
got it.
Oh, okay, quick. Yeah, you bet, Jeremy. Yeah. Sorry, Jeremy, I didn't even see you there.
Just a quick recap of the bid opening. Wind Construction is the verified low bidder for that project. The amount was $1,580,584.97, which is under what the estimate was. So I would award recommending to Wind Construction.
Madam Chairman, I'd move that we approve the 3T Street project to Wind Construction in the amount of $1,580,584.97.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pelton, seconded by Commissioner Kleeman to award the contract to Wind Construction on the 3T Avenue Southwest project. Any other discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Commissioner Heiser?
Yes.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman? Commissioner Dalzell?
Yes, the motion carries. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right. So now I would ask for a motion to recess our regular meeting and move into executive session to discuss litigation on the Vice matter.
I so move.
Motion by Commissioner
Second.
Olson, second by Commissioner Pelton to move into executive session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have to be sure we're off. regular session. And we just had consultation with the attorney with NDERF on the BICE matter. So as everyone may know, we do not take action in the executive session, that we have to come out into regular session to take any action on any discussions or decisions. So. Good.
We talked about an executive session that Continental's not gonna indemnify the county as we were under the assumption of. So with that, I'm gonna make a motion to rescind the motion made on January 2nd to build the 2 miles of fence for the vices.
I will second the motion. There's a motion on the table to rescind the January 2nd motion to build 2 miles of fence for the vices at the location of their choosing. Any discussion? I guess I would add, the reason I seconded this motion is, number one, as Commissioner Olson stated, Continental will not reimburse the cost of the fence. We had an estimate done by one of our fencers of about $73,000 for that cost of fence, for the value of 400 yards of dirt on the road. And the other thing we learned is that there was a damage and road use agreement signed by the Bices and Continental for that site and the road. And that's between Continental and the Bices. And probably the main thing is the statute of limitations on the damages for that 400 yards of dirt had run out already. So there is no real obligation to pay that. And we did learn that the Bices are suing Continental directly for this same thing. So those are, I mean, my reasons for voting or going with the rescinding of the motion. Does anybody else have anything to add? Okay, no further discussion. Have a roll call vote to rescind the January 2nd motion.
Commissioner Heiser?
No.
Commissioner Olson?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
No.
Commissioner Kleeman? No. Commissioner Dalzell?
Yes. Motion carries. I'd add that Continental will not reimburse us. NDERF will not pay for this. This will be on the county to pay Bice's $73,000 worth of fence. Okay. So now on our agenda, executive session with Brian Schmidt regarding the John Bang matter. So I ask that we need a motion to go into executive session with
So
Attorney
moved.
Schmidt. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Kleeman, seconded by Commissioner Olson to go into executive session. Okay. Have everybody step out again. Let my people in. If there's anybody left, there's nothing else on the agenda.
You can do anything with this? Or is this just three?
No, that's just information.
Information.
What's that?
The commissioner budget, you can do that next time.
That was already.
We went through that with.
We did
the
that.
Budget.
We won't ask you to leave again.
Well, we will in a
Well,
second.
You can
leave for
stay
the
as,
day.
you can stay as long as you want today.
You stay all afternoon, it's pretty cool in here.
We will reconvene the regular meeting. So we just had a executive session to discuss litigation on the John Bang litigation matters. And just got some information from our attorney with Indorf, Brian Schmidt. So there really is no action that we need to take now. It was basically kind of updating us on where things stand. So with that, is there anything else?
Motion to adjourn?
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Clayman, second by Commissioner Olson to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
Nobody leaves.
Thanks, everybody. 11:50.